Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're at HMP Doncaster. It's run by Serco guys, it's a private prison. HMP because it's still Her Majesty's prison, but it's not run by Her Majesty's prison service. It's not too old, this prison, it's pretty modern. So this is the visitor centre. Guys, I wanted to do something today. When the guards come, it might be a bit silly this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I wanted to see how they treat somebody who they think isn't English and doesn't know the rights kind of thing. I'm basically going to be speaking Polish. I'm going to try anyway. Now there's been a lot of scandals here guys, a lot of corruption, it's heavily overcrowded and there's been reports of people actually sleeping on top of toilets. So HMP YOI Doncaster basically is a Young Offenders Institute and HMP, so it's got young offenders and it's also got cons, young offenders from age of 18 to 21, and I believe the Leeds circuit they get sent here as well. There's 3 house blocks in here. Each house block consists of 4 wings. Yeah guys, it were in 2004. Doncaster prison described conditions there as squalid. 4 years later there were an unannounced inspection that found a lot of overcrowding. Now guys, these officers in here, they're more like security guards. They're not HMP screws. They work for the company Serco. I think the tender is coming up in 2024. Sorry guys, bear with me guys because I do want to get my facts right. If you can see this part here, they've put some netting up there, so I'm guessing over the other side of that wall there is an exercise yard, and that's to stop parcels getting thrown over. You alright? Yeah. Huh? What are we doing?
Doing down here.
And what are you doing down here?
I work here, mate.
I work here.
Yeah? Alright.
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Freelance journalist.
Freelance journalist?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright.
Have you got what to say about overcrowding within prison, mate?
No, mate, nothing at all.
No? God bless, mate. Are you allowed to be smoking there?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? This is deemed as a workplace, you know. Can I take your name, mate?
No.
Are you not working under Crown?
No comment, mate.
No comment. No comment, guys, as always. Yeah, so guys, I'll just read out a quick story for you guys, yeah, and it'll just give you an idea what it's like in here. A prisoner has told how we were pushed to the brink of suicide by conditions inside Doncaster jail, which he claims is run by the inmates and not the staff. One thing about this prison though guys, there's a lot of benefits in here. It's a pretty cushy jail. Yeah, like nice food, stuff like that, a lot of association, even boxing bags on wings. And not only that, quite a few years back as well, they were introducing putting telephones into cells that you could make outgoing calls on. And not only that, I think these guys get the option to get 2 canteens a week. So it's 2 options to get some bits of shopping and stuff like that from prison canteen. In an emotional letter, he said this pushed him to consider killing himself and claimed that the running of the jail has been overtaken by inmates. Police and prison bosses are investigating his assault allegations, which come just a year after a damning government report labelled the jail as inadequate and highlights high levels of violence by inmates and low staffing levels. In the letter, Mr. Eaps describes how he wanted to lift the lid on what conditions are really like inside the jail. The guy says, I have been violated, I know I've done wrong, but it shouldn't have happened. I've been intimidated, there's been malicious gossip, I've been bullied and just told to go away and put in my cell, that's it. I think in 1999 guys, this place had the worst suicide rate in the country. I think today it's at HMP Armley, but correct me if I'm wrong. Conditions here have been described as squalid. Yeah, so guys, 18 to 21 year olds from the Leeds, West Yorkshire area get sent here, and 21 onwards, the cons. As well, guys, the young offenders call the cons hairy asses. Yeah, hairy ass. Oh God, it takes you back to a day that, shouting out the window, hairy ass. Oh shit. Does anybody remember a prison officer here called Stella the Fella? Legend has it she had a six-pack on her nipple and that she could bench press 50 kilograms on a clitoris. This prison is not for the weak, people. And why I say that, right, is because a private prison, most private prisons are run by the inmates and not the screws. And if you're a weak person, weak-minded, physically weak, whatever, you can have an hard time in here. Yeah, not much gets followed up on. Some young lad, I think he ended up losing his life. He were reporting, I think he ended up dying of meningitis, but he had a number of health problems, disabilities, and he kept collapsing on wings, and he were reporting it and not were happening. When he finally got to healthcare department, they rushed him out to hospital, but I think it was too late by then, guys. Oh, as well, you see this on top? A few people have been saying, yeah, that there's actually the razor wire inside that. I don't think that's true, but then I'm not 100% sure, so who knows. Yeah, so famous prisoners here, I think there was a Lord Ahmed, Baron Ahmed, and Prince Nazim. There were a story here of a couple, well, one inmate, but he happened to be a twin, and his twin brother came to see him on a visit, and he managed to escape. He swapped places with his brother, believe it or not. Crazy guys. I wonder what happened to his brother. Yeah, so it is very modern, this, guys. 1994 it was built. I thought it were a bit older than that, but it's not. Staff entrance, visitors entrance. If I do get approached today, it is going to be a matter of me speaking Polish. I've been practicing. Siema, nazywam się Krzysiek. No mówiłem kurwa Marć, jesteś piękna. I'm just gonna come here, back up here. Ah, the staff member was coming out then, guys, yeah. You come to the door and he run away. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I like that, staying there. Staying there, the governor's here. Lenny McLean stepped down. Now I'm the governor. Yeah. They don't want to be asked questions, but what I want to be asking them here, guys, is about the overcrowding and stuff like that. Do you know, like I pressed upon the other day about this razor wire and how they pay a fine to Europe. One of my subs gave me a bit of information. He said, do you know, like the letters what you get in prison, and the letters come to your cell opened. Well, basically they pay a fine for that as well, because apparently it's illegal to open your mail as well. I'm not too sure on that because I've not checked it out. But some really good information there. You guys have got a lot of knowledge. On the inspection as well, they found that 700 prisoners in here, they were doubling up in cells, but the cells were only like one-man cells, designed for one person. Now, back in 2001, they used to get the canteens from a company called Aramark, if anybody can remember that. I think today it's run by DHL. So what happens is the prisoners basically fill out an order form weekly. I think you're allowed to spend like £12.50 example. You can buy things like toiletries, phone credit, bits of food and stuff like that. But in this prison, guys, it's twice weekly. So it is pretty cushy. I remember as well, the food is top notch. Chief Inspector of Prisons, Peter Clark, says, dangerous combination of readily available drugs. Lack of any meaningful ways to pass the time, and overcrowding will obviously give rise to tensions and frustrations. I believe a couple of years ago a female officer got a kettle with boiling water and sugar thrown in her face. In 2019 there were recorded 215 assaults, 827 attacks recorded in 2018, 631 in 2017. So basically what that tells you is that yeah, the attacks are getting worse. Incidents reported over a 2-week period included a prisoner who stabbed a fellow inmate in the face, below the eye and in his left arm while he was asleep in bed. Here we go, guys. We've got prison nurses here. Hello there, you alright? Have you got anything to say about overcrowding within prison? No? So yeah guys, there we have a prison nurse. Supposedly one of the nice guys. Here we go guys, we've got the gate opening. We've got all kinds of little gadgets in there where they can look underneath the van. So they'll check all underneath the van or anything like that, on top of the van. Alright guys, you got what to say about overcrowding in prison? Is it overcrowded? There's a report saying that 700 inmates are sharing a one-man cell and that people are sleeping on toilets. Have you got what to say? It's going to be a pass this. Nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody wants to hassle me. It's actually really refreshing because usually when I'm doing my audit, they can put me off track. Look at this guys, check this out. Employee of the month. Deputy Director. This part says Director. Employee of the month, you know. Jesus Christ. Right buddy, do you want to say anything about overcrowding in prison?
Say again?
Do you want to say anything about overcrowding?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on in there mate? Is it overcrowded?
Shit happens.
Shit happens, that's not very nice mate, when people are suffering.
Yeah, me too.
You're not suffering, well you are. Looking at his car guys, he is suffering. Oh God. Toilet. He probably is suffering, and that suffering is actually taken out on the inmates as well guys, so hello. So yeah, we've got 2 police officers now. Right guys.
Alright.
Yeah, not bad.
We've had a call from
Can I take your name? Name?
PC Sherritt 2601.
Yep. Okay.
We've had a call from Marshgate, they're just concerned because they've seen you outside filming.
Yeah, yeah.
Just ask what you're filming for, if you don't mind.
Just for my own reasons.
What's your own reasons?
Can I just take 30 seconds to meditate? Because I find situations with police really stressful.
Yeah,
I'll just take 30 seconds.
Myself.
Yeah, do you want to do it? Join me. Close our eyes on 30 seconds.
No, I'd rather just keep what's going on. But thank you. We're in no rush anyway, so I'm doing it now, aren't I? Just find out what they're saying.
Right, I'm ready now.
Okay, hi sir. Sorry, yeah. So what are you filming for?
I'm just filming prison, just to document like past history and stuff like that.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
It's been here. Do you know what? It's actually the first time I've been physically here.
Yeah.
Never actually been here.
I've just basically been asking if they've got anything to say about the overcrowding in prison.
I don't know anything about it. Sorry.
Apparently,
documentary, I'm afraid.
apparently 700 cells in here, single cells. They've been like doubling people up, people sleeping on toilets and stuff like that.
Oh,
so yeah.
So what's your intentions with video then?
Just to document basically.
Okay. Any particular?
No, not really.
Just to document.
Just like an hobby, yeah. Yeah.
People spot trains.
Yeah, I spot prisons.
Do you know what? I genuinely didn't realise how high the walls were.
I think they're 25 foot.
You do know a lot about these places,
Yeah,
don't
no,
you?
I do a lot of research before I come, you see. But there's a story in here, I think it was 2015, and there was a lad that had a lot of health problems, and he kept reporting it to staff, and they were doing nothing about it. I think he ended up dying, this lad,
Right.
due to negligence. But they do say as well that I think they were waiting for you guys to come before they let everybody out.
If you look at like all the sort of stuff, training and things that we have, a lot of the videos and stuff, and a lot of the sort of things we've watched is that people carry out reconnaissance before they make these attacks. Take for example like London, the Olympics, people going around and filming and things like that. Don't get me wrong, they weren't as overt, but because they were sort of like doing things sort of sneaky, well, what better to set up than actually do it as if you're completely innocent, completely open. You still get the information you want to build up something.
It's far-fetched though, that.
You think that's far-fetched?
Very far-fetched.
I don't. Anybody can film public buildings.
Yeah.
It's just we come, have a chat, see what you're filming for. If we think that builds up grounds for suspicion, you'll be searched under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, if we think that's the case. Is there somewhere I can watch myself?
Do you know what, for you, right, you can, because you're alright, you. And usually I get like police officers are quite abrasive with me, but you're really respectful, so my channel's called Live Free.
YouTube?
Yeah, so go onto YouTube, type in Live Free, So you'll see on there's no malice. So what's happening now guys, we've got quite a lot of butthurt prison officers. They actually waited for the police to come before they let everybody out. This guy tried stitching me up. Thank you very much for watching again. Much appreciated. God bless to all my subscribers, new and old. But I'm going to get off, guys. Definitely an audit pass. I didn't get no hassle off the screws. As well, what I didn't say, this prison is also known as Doncaster. So God bless, guys. Peace out. And once again, thank you very much. You're all appreciated.